Okay, so let's spill the tea on our guy Leo. One minute he's a respected antique appraiser. The next he's at his lowest low. His ex-wife's mom, Linda, is going off, calling him a freeloader for 2 years. She shoves divorce papers in his face, telling him to stop holding her daughter Yasmine back. Leo, completely blindsided, reminds them the car crash that left him blind and disabled happened while he was saving her. But here comes the ultimate betrayal. Yasmine calmly tells him the divorce was her idea. Betrayed, blind, and broke. This is rock bottom. And his own wife just threw him the shovel. The shock and pain on Leo's face say it all. His entire world just crumbled. Kicked out onto the streets, Linda throws some cash at him with a chilling threat. If he is seen in the city again, that money is for his coffin. In the pouring rain, Leo reflects on how the Zhang family would never have dared to disrespect him if he was still at his peak. Just as he's about to give up, he finds a stray cat, another soul abandoned, just like him. But then, something magical happens. His family's jade pendant starts glowing intensely. Plot twist. This isn't just any cat. It transforms into Karen, a mythical beast, said to bring fortune and heal the incurable. Karen absorbs the energy from the jade, and in a flash of light, it heals Leo's blind right eye. And that's not all. He gets this insane magical glow up, a superpower called the Appraisal Eye. A futuristic interface pops up, instantly identifying any object, its owner, its authenticity, and even its mystical energy level. With his new mystical sidekick, and a superpower that's a total game changer, Leo vows to rise to the top of the antique world. This ain't just a comeback. It's a whole revenge tour, and he's ready to make everyone who wronged him pay. First order of business. Quit his dead end job at his old boss Fatty's scammy antique shop. And who walks in but the famous actress Stella, in disguise, trying to sell a rare coin. His old boss tries to pull a fast one, calling it a fake. But Leo's appraisal eye confirms it's legit, and loaded with energy. Fatty offers a measly 300 for a coin worth a fortune, and Stella almost falls for it. Leo sees an opportunity. Helping a star like Stella could open doors to top-tier treasures, which means more money and more energy for Karen. He steps in, declaring the coin is real, much to Fatty's rage. Fatty tries to discredit him, calling him a brain-damaged handyman. But Leo knows he has to prove it. Realizing Stella can't see his magic vision, he grabs her hand and pulls her out, promising to take her to the most reputable dealer in the street. As he pulls her away, Stella catches a glimpse of Karen's mystical form behind him. Remembering legends of Karen possessing talented scholars, she decides to trust him, sensing he might be the real deal. He takes her to Mr. Yang, a respected but skeptical old master who initially dismisses Leo because of his former workplace. Leo calls him out for judging without even looking, challenging the old man's professionalism. Mr. Yang scoffs, but agrees to a deal. If the coin is real, he'll buy it for double the market price. One look through his magnifying glass and Mr. Yang is stunned. The coin is authentic. Forced to eat his words, he admits he underestimated Leo. But Leo isn't here for apologies. He's here to secure the bag. True to his word, Mr. Yang pays out 200,000, double the market value of 100,000. While they wait, Stella realizes that with Leo's help, she can find an amazing treasure for her grandfather's upcoming birthday party. Leo tries to have Karen absorb the energy from a nearby artifact, but it doesn't work. His appraisal eye reveals the problem. He has to actually own the treasure to absorb its power. Now his shopping list just got a lot longer. Outside, Leo bumps into Stella and quickly apologizes. He plays it cool when she asks how he recognized her. He just claims his appraisal skills are so good, he can see through any disguise. Mr. Yang comes out with the cash and Leo, trusting the old man's reputation, doesn't even bother to count it. Stella is super generous, giving him the original 100, the London value of the coin, as a friendly gesture. She then asks for his WeChat and invites him to go treasure hunting the next day. A solid networking win for Leo. Things get a little awkward when Stella asks to pet Karen, and Leo totally misunderstands. After petting the cute but dirty cat, she makes sure he knows to bring Karen along for their treasure hunt tomorrow. But the drama isn't over. Leo gets home to find Hank, his ex-sister-in-law's husband, waiting for him. Hank is here to officially kick him out of the house, acting like it belongs to the Zhang family. Leo sets the record straight. He bought this house with his own accident insurance money. Hank doesn't care and threatens to throw him out, but Karen jumps in to protect Leo. Hank nearly drops a vase he claims is worth over $1 million, a gift for the family patriarch, Mr. Zhang. But Leo's appraisal eye instantly reveals the vase is a fake. He realizes the Zhang family is trying to steal what they think is a valuable antique from him. Hank confirms their greedy intentions, boasting that what the Zhang family wants, they always get. He throws a wad of cash at Leo, treating him like trash. That's the last straw. Leo grabs the fake vase and threatens to smash it, knowing it's worthless, but also knowing Hank believes it's priceless, and smash it he does. The look of pure terror on Hank's face is priceless. Leo throws the wad of cash back at him, telling him he can have the garbage. Hank runs off, vowing to tell Mr. Zhang everything. Now it's official. The Zhang family wants him gone for good. Leo knows he and Karen have to bid their power for the inevitable revenge. His first stop is the Ghost Market, a shady overnight bazaar where real treasures can be found among fakes. Meanwhile, Mr. Zhang is furious, wishing the car crash had finished the job. The whole family blames Yasmin for marrying him, but her sister Luna defends her, reminding their dad it was his idea to recruit Leo in the first place. Mr. Zhang gives Hank the green light to beat Leo up when they sign the divorce papers, promising to cover for him, even if he kills him. At the Ghost Market, Leo is disappointed to find nothing but fakes, until he spots a familiar face. It's Stella, about to buy a plate the vendor claims is from the Ming Dynasty. Leo's appraisal eye screams fake. He saves her from getting scammed again, pointing out the poem on the Ming Dynasty plate is from the Qing Dynasty. The vendor tries to talk his way out of it, but the damage is done. Stella is super embarrassed. Just then, Leo's eye catches a plain looking brick radiating a massive amount of energy. 1,000 points, to be exact. He realizes there must be a treasure hidden inside. He asks the price, but an arrogant rich kid, Warren, mocks him for it. Ignoring them, Leo buys the brick for 400. Warren continues to trash talk, saying the brick's only good for building a flower bed at his mansion. Leo claps back, telling him it's a good thing he didn't buy it, because he'd be wasting a real treasure. Warren, feeling challenged, mocks Leo's claim and threatens him, bringing up his disability. Leo calmly says there's only one way to find out. This prompts Warren to propose a bet. If there's treasure, Leo gets Warren's expensive thumb ring. If not, Warren wants Stella to hang out with him for 3 days. Leo shuts that down immediately, telling him to keep his mouth clean and proposing a new stake. If Leo loses, he'll Katu 3 times. With no tools and a notoriously hard Qin Dynasty brick, Leo seems stuck. But he's got a secret weapon. He calls on Karen, who channels a burst of energy through his hand, shattering the brick with a single touch. Inside is a priceless treasure, a genuine Song Dynasty inkstone owned by the famous poet Su Shi, worth at least 10 million. Stella is amazed, asking if he knows Kung Fu, while Warren is just left speechless, refusing to believe the grimy stone is a treasure. Leo drops the knowledge bomb, identifying the inkstone, and immediately the crowd goes wild. A bidding war kicks off instantly, with offers jumping past $1.5 million. But Leo's not selling. He turns to Warren with that main character energy and says, "Time to pay up." Warren, trying to save face, tosses over the ring. But plot twist, Leo's appraisal eye confirms it's a total fake. So Leo just casually gifts the fake ring to the original stall owner, who then discovers it has a replica shop logo on it. The crowd erupts, roasting Warren for trying to bet with a fake. Talk about a public humiliation. Leo tells Stella it's time to bounce, and takes her back to Mr. Yang's to cash in their prize. Mr. Yang is still salty and tries to dismiss him, but Leo shuts him down by revealing the $10 million inkstone. The old man's jaw hits the floor. He tries to haggle the price down to $8 million. Leo just wordlessly turns to leave. Panicked, Mr. Yang stops him, offering $8 million in cash plus any item in the store. He thinks he is being clever, but Leo's appraisal eye scans the room and locks on the $3 million jade penned around Mr. Yang's own neck. Outplayed and heartbroken, Mr. Yang has no choice but to hand over his personal treasure. The $8 million hits his account, and just like that, Leo goes from broke to multi-millionaire in one day. In a smooth move, Leo gifts the beautiful jade pendant to Stella, saying it suits her better. But the chaos follows them. Karen, being a picky eater, knocks a snack away and accidentally ruins a nearby painting. The owner, Lee, demands compensation, but Leo's eye immediately spots it's a fake. Lee claims it was authenticated by Luna, Leo's sister-in-law, who conveniently appears right on cue. Luna launches into a tirade, calling him a jinx, and saying her sister was lucky to get away from him. She then proceeds to appraise the painting, declaring it a genuine masterpiece worth 10 million. It's so obviously a setup. Lee gets aggressive, threatening to sell Leo's organs to cover the debt. Things are escalating fast. Leo, completely unbothered, tells Luna he doesn't need his eyes to spot a fake, and that she should take notes. His appraisal eye instantly clocks the painting as a forgery. He's shocked Luna could miss such an obvious scam. He offers to pay, holding up 5 fingers. Lee assumes he means 5 million, but Leo clarifies, $500. He says the money is for Lee's ruined clothes, because the painting itself is completely worthless. When Luna demands proof, Leo grabs a knife and dramatically slices the painting in half. He gives a masterclass, explaining that the original artist only used silk, not this cheap paper that tears so easily. He completely schools Luna, questioning how she dares call herself an appraiser. She starts to panic, realizing he knows she's in on the scam. They try to run with the painting as evidence to sue him, but Leo suspects there's more to the story. He grabs the painting back and drops the final bombshell. The forgery technique is a signature of the Zhang family themselves. He reveals they forced him to study these exact methods. The painting uses a unique layering technique, only they know. He's got her cornered. Forgery plus fraud means serious prison time for Luna. Exposed, Lee snaps and lunges at Leo with the knife. Karen creates a force field to protect him, but uses up too much energy and faints. Stella's bodyguard Mason swoops in to handle the criminals. She orders them taken to the authorities. Luna desperately begs Leo for help, but he hits her with the coldest line. "I'm not a Zhang. My name is Kai." After they are gone, Leo finally puts 2 and 2 together about Stella's identity. Turns out she is from the most powerful family in the city. She playfully calls him slow for not figuring it out sooner. As a thank you, she wires him $1 million for his appraisal fee. Then she makes him an offer he can't refuse. Find a truly special gift for her grandpa's birthday in 2 days. The reward is a cool 10 million. With Karen needing energy and a massive payday on the line, Leo is all in. The treasure hunt takes them to the estate of the once wealthy Chen family, now being sold off by the gambling, addicted son, Chase. Chase is a total creep and immediately tries to hit on Stella, but she shuts him down instantly. Among a pile of fakes, Leo's eye spots a genuine chicken bloodstone seal. He asks Chase for the price of the whole pile, thinking he is scamming a fool. Chase sells the lot for 100,000. Leo immediately pays, having just flipped 100K into $500,000. But he knows this isn't enough to heal Karen. He cleverly prods Chase, saying these trinkets aren't fit for Mr. Tong, taking the bait. Chase brings out the supposed pride of his collection, a Yuan Dynasty blue and white vase. One scan from the appraisal eye confirms it's another fake. Chase spins a tale about his dad buying it for 20 million and offers it for 25. Stella is tempted, but Leo just whispers, "It's fake," and they head for the door. Chase blocks their path, getting aggressive and accusing Leo of ruining his sale. Leo coolly replies that if that fake vase reached her grandpa, Chase would be the one in trouble. To defend the vase as authenticity, Chase reveals it was personally vouched for by the head of the Zhang family. And just like that, the villains are connected again. Leo just scoffs at the idea of trusting the Zhang family's judgment. Stella backs him up, telling Chase that Leo knows all their secrets. Chase finally connects the dots, realizing Leo is the disabled ex-son in law they kicked out. He starts mocking him, but Stella delivers an iconic line, shutting Chase down completely. "I believe him." She says the vase is a no-go. Chase starts to panic, saying the famous expert Mr. Yang is coming to prove them wrong. And right on cue, the old man walks in. Ignoring Leo, Mr. Yang examines the vase and is completely fooled, calling it beautiful and offering 25 million on the spot. But Leo spots something. The family's loyal butler, Mr. Lee, looks super stressed. He quietly asks if he knows the truth. Leo then explains that while selling the fake might solve Chase's immediate money problems, it will destroy his family's reputation forever. Chase tries to fight him, but Mr. Lee steps in and confesses. The vase is indeed a fake. He explains that the real vase was donated to the National Museum. This one is just a replica, made by the Zhang family, of course. Chase has a breakdown over his gambling debts, while Mr. Yang is mortified he was fooled again. But Mr. Lee reveals one last treasure. It's a plate worth 8 million. But Leo's eye is drawn to the dusty rock propping up the case. It's radiating with immense energy. He asks to buy the rock, and Chase just gives it to him for free. Mr. Young immediately declares it's a worthless piece of junk. After Leo roasts him, Mr. Young's pride takes over. He bets his entire antique shop that the stone is empty. Leo agrees, and the old man goes dark, demanding to take Leo's eyes if he loses. The stakes are insane. Chase then foolishly bets his $8 million plate against Leo's heirs. Leo tells them it's not luck. They read just blind. He calls on Karen, who shatters the rock to reveal a massive, glowing Kunlun ice jade. Everyone is stunned. The jade's energy flows into Leo, instantly healing his leg and reviving Karen. He stands perfectly straight for the first time. The president of the Jade Association, Area, arrives and appraises the gem at 30 million. The room goes silent. Mr. Young faints from the shock. Leo wins the bet and calmly takes the keys to his new shop. Stella buys the jade from Leo for 40 million, securing the perfect gift for her grandpa. Leo's net worth skyrockets past 80 million. But the drama isn't over. He gets a call from his ex-mother-in-law, Linda, nagging him come sign the divorce papers. Knowing it's a trap, since he just got her other daughter arrested. Stella insists on going with him for backup. Meanwhile, Linda gets a text confirming Leo was behind Luna's arrest. She orders her son-in-law Hank to teach Leo a lesson. They arrive, and Hank immediately attacks, confident he can take down a disabled man. But Leo effortlessly dodges and kicks him. His perfectly healed leg leaves Yasmin and her family speechless. Linda then threatens to have his leg broken again. That's when Stella steps out of the car, shutting them down completely. The family panics and tries to play the victim. But Stella reveals Luna was trying to scam her, and Linda accidentally admits she orchestrated it, before throwing her own daughter under the bus. Then Stella drops the ultimate bombshell. Leo is my man now. If you mess with him, you mess with the Tong family. Suddenly, Yasmin doesn't want the divorce. Now that Leo is healed and has powerful friends, she says their future is secure and begs him to take her back. She says so delusional she thinks he rented a fancy car, just to win her back, asking if there's any woman better than her. And right on cue, Stella grabs Leo and kisses him, looks Yasmin dead in the eye, and declares, "He's my boyfriend now." Leo just smiles and confirms it. The ultimate power move to end the argument. Yasmin is left completely shattered. As they drive away defeated, Linda wonders how he got connected with the powerful Tong family. A little while later, Leo walks out with his divorce certificate, finally free. Stella congratulates him, saying it's a new beginning. To celebrate, she invites him to her grandfather's big birthday party. This is his official entry into high society. Back at the Zhang mansion, they report everything to the family patriarch. Mr. Zhang isn't scared. He has a plan to destroy the Tong family. His weapon is a flawlessly crafted fake roux bowl. He claims no expert in the city can spot the difference. The plan is to gift it to Mr. Tong, who will buy it at a high price and donate it. When it's exposed as a fake, the Tong family's reputation will be ruined. With their rivals disgraced, the Zhang family can take over. He finishes by vowing that Leo will not survive this. The next day, Leo waits for Stella at Jade Street. She texts that she's running late, so he decides to browse for more treasures. He spots a promising stone, but an arrogant Korean expert named Park snatches it first, backed by Arius influence. Leo decides to teach him a lesson. He confronts Park, who smugly declares that the highest bidder wins and offers 15,000. Leo starts a bidding war, raising the price to 20, then 30,000. Park, convinced the stone must be valuable, keeps outbidding him. Thinking Leo is out of cash, Park makes a final bid of 40,000 and tells the owner to cut it open immediately. The stone cracks open to reveal it. It's just a worthless piece of marble. Leo claps and sarcastically congratulates him on his purchase. Park flips out, calls it a scam, and refuses to pay. But Arya steps in and enforces the unbreakable rule of Jade Street. You cut it, you buy it. To save face, Park pays up, muttering about an upcoming auction before storming off. After the drama, Arya gives Leo the carved jade. When Karen touches it, Leo's eye reveals Arya has a rare energy-absorbing body. He asks her about the auction, and she invites him to join. At the auction, Leo taunts Park about his earlier mistake. The first item is a carving, which Leo's eye identifies as a fake. Park mocks him for not bidding, assuming he broke. The next item is a massive porcelain jar, starting at 6 million. Leo's eye confirms it's another fake from Aria. Park, however, is determined to buy it and claim it as a Korean artifact. Disgusted, Aria and others start bidding to stop him. Leo realizes he needs to drive the price way up to trap the arrogant guy. He bids 20 million. Then his powers suddenly upgrade, giving him X-ray vision. He bids again, claiming he'll pay anything to keep the jar in the country.
Park's ego takes over,
And he falls for the bait, bidding a massive 40 million. The auctioneer immediately calls it. He S-trapped. With his new X-ray vision, Leo spots a hidden inscription. He signals Karen, who leaps and smashes the expensive fake to pieces. Park attacks him, but Leo calmly stops him and offers to pay. Park demands the full 40 million, but Leo reveals a shard with the inscription proving it's a modern fake, worth 50,000 at most. Park is humiliated and storms out. Impressed, Aria offers Leo a job as a consultant for her new jade mine. He gets $1 million deposit and a 30% cut of future profits. Just as he's celebrating his path to becoming a billionaire, Stella calls. She needs him to come to her grandpa's party and pretend to be her boyfriend. She reminds him that she helped him out and hangs up before he can argue. Leo wonders if their fake relationship might become real. He tries to leave Karen behind, but the clever cat hides in the gift box. At the party, Leo meets Mr. Tong and gives him the stunning Kunlun Ice Jade. As a sign of his approval, Mr. Tong gifts Leo a sports car. But the mood shifts when Linda and Hank from the Zhang family are announced. They offer a gift of warm jade, a subtle insult to Leo's ice jade. Stella is furious, but her grandfather accepts it. Leo confirms the jade is real, but knows there's a trick. Stella exposes their previous scam attempt, but Linda coldly says they've already disowned Luna for it. Mr. Tong lets the matter drop, but Leo tells Stella to wait and see what they were really planning. And just then, Linda announces they have another gift. She announces she has a rare treasure and wants the experts to appraise it. The main event is about to begin. They unveil an absolutely stunning roux bowl. The crowd goes wild, saying a piece like this could be worth 300 million. Another master confirms its authenticity. Stella is sus, knowing the Zhangs could never afford this. Leo scans it but gets a weird reading he's never seen before. Convinced, Mr. Tong declares he'll buy the bowl and donate it to the National Museum. The trap is sprung. Leo steps in, asking to examine it. Linda immediately goes on the attack, accusing him of wanting to smash this treasure too. She then spins a whole villain origin story for him, claiming he was a freeloader who faked his disability for 2 years. She even blames him for teaching her daughter Luna to make fakes, which landed her in jail. She's really trying to cancel him. Mr. Tong is furious. He demands to know if it's true. Leo just ignores everyone and walks toward the bowl. His eye scan reveals the secret. The outer layer is made of real fragments, but the inside is a modern fake. A super clever forgery. Believing the lies, Mr. Tong orders Leo thrown out. But our guy, isn't he finished? He asks, what if everything you just heard was a lie? Not about me, he clarifies, about this bowl. He picks it up and says there's only one way to find out the truth. And then, total mic drop moment, he smashes it. The Zhangs play the victim, demanding Mr. Tong take action. But Leo calmly asks a nearby expert if he's ever seen a double-layered roux bowl. The expert scoffs, saying it's impossible. Everyone looks down and sees the 2 distinct layers. Leo explains the construction, revealing the bowl is a total fake. Cornered, Linda panics and tries to blame Leo, claiming he was the one who bought the fake for their family in the first place. Leo just laughs, pointing out how pathetic they are if one man could fool them so easily. Just then, the police arrive. The officer explains that Luna confessed everything. Linda and Hank were behind the whole scam, and they under arrest. They dragged away screaming. Leo points out the sweet Karma. The daughter they threw away is the one who took them down. Everyone apologizes profusely. Mr. Tong is especially remorseful for misjudging him. Leo is graceful in victory. Someone mentions that Mr. Yang lost his shop to a young genius, wishing he was here. Stella proudly reveals that the genius is Leo. The crowd is floored. Leo is now hailed as the top appraiser in the city. Mr. Tong is glowing, realizing his granddaughter found a real one. As a reward and a sign of approval, he gives Leo a check for 100 million. Our boy is officially rich. Later that night, after a lot of celebrating, a very drunk Stella gets playful with Leo, pushing him against the wall. Meanwhile, Mr. Zhang learns his entire plan has failed and his family is in jail. He is crushed. But Yasmin isn't giving up. She says if Leo can climb the ladder, so can she. She then reveals her new ally, Tiger the Lone Shark. They both have a score to settle with Leo, and Mr. Zhang sees a new path to revenge. The game is far from over. The next morning, Leo wakes up in bed with Stella. She playfully calls him a scoundrel, and he promises to be responsible before she kicks him out. He gets a notification that the Bogu Zhai Gallery is officially his. He heads over to check out his new property. He lets Karen absorb the energy from the antiques, but nothing seems to happen. Then, a voice pops into his head. It's Karen, now able to speak to him telepathically. The cat has a serious attitude, demanding to be called Master Karen from now on. A seller comes in with a bunch of broken items, including a worthless, badly repaired jade seal. He tries to sell it for 500,000. Just as Leo is about to refuse, Karen reveals another new power, artifact restoration. Fixing items helps it recover, so it tells Leo to buy the seal. Leo instantly sees the business potential. He can buy broken trash, have Karen fix it perfectly, and sell it for a fortune, all while leveling up his partner. He buys the whole lot and tells the seller to bring more. The guy leaves, thinking he just scammed a total amateur. With a flash of light, Karen perfectly restores the jade seal. Leo is blown away, estimating it's now worth at least 10 million. Just then, Aria walks in. She's not interested in his other items, until her eyes land on the jade seal. She is absolutely shocked, identifying it as a legendary lost treasure. She tells him it's worth at least 30 million. Leo is shook. The seal is worth even more than he thought. Aria, seeing a business opportunity, offers him a 10% stake in her jade mine for it. He instantly agrees. The original seller, Linus, is eavesdropping and thinks Leo just scammed Aria. He comes back with a box full of more fakes. He wants her to appraise his junk. Leo smirks, warning him that Aria is a real expert, who might not be impressed. Linus hypes up his fakes, but Aria is not having it. She shuts him down hard, telling him to get his trash out of her sight. Turns out she's the president of the Jade Street Association. The scammer recognizes the name and absolutely bolts. Aria gets serious, telling Leo there's a problem at the jade mine. The first batch of stones they mined were all duds, and it's killing morale. They get to the mine, and it's just piles of junk rock. Leo starts sweating, thinking he just traded a fortune for a worthless quarry, but Karen tells him not to worry. This mine contains a legendary jade soul, a super gem that's been sucking the energy out of all the other rocks. Karen can smell it nearby. He leads Leo to a specific stone, and one look with his special vision confirms it. It's the real deal, but just as he finds the jackpot, Yasmin and Tiger show up. Talk about bad timing. Tiger reveals he's an investor in the mine. He says his own expert confirmed it's worthless, and her shares are nothing. Leo, knowing they re standing on a gold mine, offers to buy Tiger as shares. Tiger and Yasmin just laugh at him. They mock him for being a sugar baby who relies on rich women. Yasmin says there's no way he can afford the 100 million stake. To call his bluff, Tiger agrees to the sale. Without missing a beat, Leo sends the entire amount. Yasmin is completely floored, but Tiger isn't done. He brings up Chase's sold debt, claiming that since Leo won the pot, the debt is now his. It's pure extortion. He threatens to break all of Leo's limbs and sell Aria if he doesn't pay up. Totally triggered by Leo's insults, Tiger challenges him to a high-stakes gem duel against his expert, Master Wang, who has a perfect 30-year record. The stakes are insane. Leo has to pick 3 stones. If they re-worth more than 10 million, the debt is cleared. If not, his limbs get broken. Aria trusts him. Leo starts examining the stones, touching them like an ancient blind master. He picks his first rock. They slice it open and it's just worthless marble. Round 1 is a bust. He's now 999 million in the hole. For his second pick, he chooses a rock so tough it breaks the saw blade. It reveals a gem, but it's another dud. A cheap tourmaline. Everyone laughs at him. Yasmin says a loser will always be a loser. Tiger gives him one last chance to surrender. Aria offers to cheat for him, but Leo refuses. He points to the jade soul rock, and bets it will make Tiger lose everything. Completely enraged, Tiger raises the stakes. He bets another 100 million against Leo's life. Leo knows the trap is sprung. He tells Aria to trust him as the final rock is cut open. It's the legendary, priceless jade soul. Master Wang is in awe. He confirms a smaller one sold for 100 million. Tiger has lost everything. Tiger lunges at Leo but is stopped by the arrival of a new player, the real big boss. He reveals Tiger stole company money and orders his legs broken. The boss then declares he wants the Jade Soul. But Aria, showing incredible nerve, offers to carve it into a masterpiece for him first. He's impressed and agrees, paying up front. Aria immediately transfers 200 million to Leo as his fee. What a payday, but the drama never stops. He gets a text from Stella. It just says, "We need to talk, meet me at the shop." Leo heads off to meet Stella, leaving Aria to handle the business. Meanwhile, the Zhang family is already plotting their next move. Mr. Zhang introduces a Japanese expert named Aramura. He's been hired to represent their family in a huge appraisal competition. Luna is skeptical, questioning if this foreigner is really good enough for a high-stakes local competition. Aramura is super confident, promising he'll win and make the Zhang family the top dogs in the appraisal world. Back at the shop, Mr. Yang finds a bag Leo left behind. It's full of broken junk, but he figures there might be something worth restoring inside. Leo calls on Karen to work her magic. In a flash of light, the broken pieces are perfectly restored, now worth a cool 50 million. Karen, feeling recharged, decides to try transforming. But with her power still limited, she can only manage to turn into a little girl. Leo is mind blown. His divine beast sidekick is a girl. He's totally panicking, because Stella is about to walk in, and just like that, Stella arrives. She sees Leo with a random kid, and is instantly like, "What is going on here?" Leo freezes up, but Karen thinks fast, introducing herself as Leo's niece, Kuai Ling. Smooth cover. Before things get more awkward, Stella asks if he knows of the legendary Mr. Lin, the city's museum director. And right on cue, he walks in. Turns out, Mr. Lin needs Leo's help. He wants him to enter that same appraisal competition, to win back a unique treasure for the museum. Leo immediately agrees. Mr. Lin offers to cover the 100 million entry fee, and buy the prize from him for double its market value. It's a matter of national pride. These treasures belong to the people. Leo vows to win it back and asks Stella to come with him. At the competition, Stella warns him that the other two contestants are top-tier experts. He'll need to be careful. And speak of the devil, they immediately run into Park, the Korean guy he ripped off earlier. Leo wastes no time roasting him about the fake face. Just then, Aramura steps in. He reveals he was sent by the Zhang family, and calls Leo a cunning trickster. He introduces himself as Japan's #1 appraiser. The battle lines are officially drawn. The first round begins. They have to appraise 3 items from a distance. Park confidently guesses their value at 150,000, but he's wrong. Both Leo and Aramura correctly identify the true value at 200,000. Because the sachet held a hidden piece of ambergris, Leo roasts Park for his poor sense of smell. Round 1 ends in a tie. Round 2 sends them to the antique market, with 2 hours and 10,000 yuan. It turns out the Zhang family is cheating. They've paid off thugs to disrupt the market and planted a valuable coin for Aramura to find. Aramura finds Leo looking at some shattered jade, and mocks him for picking up worthless junk. But Leo knows exactly what he's doing. He buys the broken pieces for cheap, and has Karen secretly restore them to their former glory. Back at the contest, Park presents a bag of worthless shards. Then Aramura presents his planted coin, valued at 1 million. Leo unveils his items, 2 perfectly preserved Han Dynasty jades. The judge is stunned, valuing them at 3 million. Leo wins. Aramura freaks out and accuses Leo of cheating. But when the judges offer to investigate, he panics, knowing his own scam will be exposed, and backs down. The final round begins. 3 items, 1 real one. Since Leo won the last round, he gets to pick first. But Karen senses something is off. She thinks there's more than 1 genuine item on the table. Leo examines a painting, a seal, and a bronze mirror. His magic vision is blocked by the mirror, but Karen says it's connected to the treasure they re-after. Everyone else, including Aramura, is convinced the painting is the only real item. They think Leo is taking too long on an obvious choice. Time is up. Ignoring everyone, Leo chooses the bronze mirror. The crowd is shocked, thinking he just picked a worthless Japanese fake. Aramura smugly chooses the painting. The judge announces the result. The painting is genuine. Aramura is declared the champion. The crowd is absolutely losing it. They recalling Leo a traitor for letting a national treasure fall into foreign hands. Aramura just rubs it in, gloating that it's a win for East Asian prosperity. Bro is asking for trouble. He even warns Leo that with the crowd this angry, he might not make it out of the building alive. But Leo drops a massive plot twist. He says the painting rightfully belongs to the Japanese anyway. He walks right up to the painting and wipes the surface. Aramura tries to stop him, but Leo is unfazed, and there it is, a hidden signature. It's not the original artist, but a forgery by Wang Do, a famous traitor from the Ming dynasty. The crowd immediately gets it. A painting by a traitor is an insult, not a treasure. Leo's move was galaxy brain. Aramura tries to save face, claiming it's still worth 200 million in Japan, so he still won. But Leo isn't finished. He asks the judges, if there were two real items, who wins? They confirm the one with a higher value wins. Leo's like, then I win. And he straight up shatters the bronze mirror. Inside is another, more ancient mirror. It's the legendary bone, reflecting mirror of the King, a priceless artifact thought to be lost for centuries. Leo accuses the Japanese of stealing it and hiding it inside a modern shell, and now he's returned it to its rightful home. The ultimate flex. Aramura throws the traitor painting down in defeat. And just like that, the judges officially declare Leo the champion. He gets his 100 million prize money, a certificate, and a huge step closer to ruling the city's appraisal scene. He roasts Park one last time, telling him to bring his eyes and brain next time. Then he tells the MC to burn the traitor painting. Savage. Later, he shows Mr. Lin the mysterious jade horn, but even the old master has never seen anything like it. He suggests Leo ask Area. Mr. Lin transfers him 1 billion for the mirror. Leo's net worth is now almost 5 billion. He's on track to become a 10 billionaire. Suddenly, he gets a frantic call. It's Area, but her voice is cut off by Tiger. He's kidnapped her. Tiger demands 50 million cash within 2 hours, or else. Leo has to go, but Stella promises to call her family for backup. This is clearly a trap. But Karen, now in her human form, is ready to throw down. She's got his back. Meanwhile, Tiger is on the phone with his secret partner, Yasmin. She's the one who came up with the kidnapping plan to get rid of Leo. Leo and Karen arrive. Tiger is surprised to see him with a kid, but he doesn't care. He's planning to take Leo out no matter what, but he seriously underestimated Karen. She takes out his entire crew single-handedly like it's nothing. Tiger grabs Area and threatens her, demanding the money. Leo tosses him the briefcase, and while he's distracted, Karen swoops in and frees Area, beaten. Tiger spills the tea. Yasmin and the Zhang family are planning something big, and wanted Leo out of the way. With the threat neutralized, Karen introduces herself to Area, but feeling drained, she absorbs some of Aria's energy, causing her to faint. A sudden downpour traps them on the mountain. Area is freezing and starts shivering uncontrollably. Lee knows he has to get her out of her wet clothes. She is delirious from the cold and clings to him for warmth. He has no choice but to hold her close through the night to save her life. But of course, the next morning, Stella and her crew finally find them in this very compromising position. The timing is just perfect. Stella sees red and slaps him. Before Leo can explain, she storms off, heartbroken. Aria, finally understanding, feels terrible, and tells Leo he needs to explain things to Stella immediately. Just as he is stressing, Karen reveals a crazy side effect. Thanks to her power and Aria's energy, Leo's body has been transformed. He now has the Karen constitution. He's literally got superpowers now. Leo finds Stella, and she breaks down, telling him how worried she was. He promises never to leave her side again, but the drama isn't over. Tiger, now out of jail, gets bumped from his seat by a new player, John, the chairman of an international auction house. Turns out Yasmin has already moved on. John is her new partner, working with the Zhang family. Tiger is just a pawn they've already discarded. She reveals that Aramura also failed and fled back to Japan, leaving the Zhang family to handle their grand plan themselves. Back at the villain's lair, Yasmin and her dad unveil their master plan to John. It's a fake imperial seal. John is super impressed by the craftsmanship. The plan is to hold a massive exhibition in 3 days, which will skyrocket his auction company, a stock price. The Zhang family will then use the hype to pass off a bunch of other fakes. But John has bigger plans. He wants to find the real seal and become the richest man alive. Tiger, who was listening the whole time, realizes these people are completely insane. But since he knows too much, John has his men take care of him permanently. Back with Leo, he's reflecting on how the Zhang family just want to quit. He sent half of them to prison, yet they still stooped low enough to kidnap Arya. He decides enough is enough. It's time to uproot the entire family for good. Stella and Arya are totally on board. Stella says her grandpa will definitely support him, and Arya agrees that the Zhangs must be eliminated for the good of the industry. Leo's got a plan. The Zhangs have a bad reputation, but the other big players want to unite against them. So, he's going to create an antique association to unite everyone. It's not just about revenge, it's about achieving his dream of becoming the #1 appraiser. His squad is ready to mobilize. Stella will contact the old masters and her powerful grandpa, while Arya will rally the merchants from Jade Street. The next day, everyone's arrived. But Arya warns him that the 3 other major antique families are giving off bad vibes and want to meet him alone. Leo tells Arya to handle the other guests. He'll deal with the haters himself. He enters the room and lays out his plan to unite against the Zhang family. They immediately shut him down, accusing him of being salty because his ex-wife's family kicked him out. They see his whole plan as a power grab, trying to knock out one of the 4 great families so he can take their spot. They say it will never happen. Leo just laughs, calling them out for enabling the Zhangs. Stella backs him up, reminding them how the Zhangs tried to scam her grandpa. They unbothered, saying that getting scammed just means your skills are lacking. They don't care about the Zhang's dirty business, as long as it doesn't affect them. So Leo decides to make it personal. He spots one of the family heads wearing an agate bracelet and asks to see it, secretly scanning it with his powers. The man proudly says he got the ancient bracelet from the Zhang family. Leo's like, "Cool story, bro." He says it would be worth 5 million if it were real. Then he smashes it on the floor. It's not from an ancient dynasty, it's from last week. The man is humiliated. The Zhang family scammed him too. After exposing the others' fakes too, Leo drives his point home. If the Zhangs are scamming their own allies, nobody is safe. They have to unite or be destroyed. They agree to boycott the Zhangs, but still say Leo isn't qualified to lead them. They ask who his backer is. Right on cue, Mr. Tong walks in. The big boss has arrived. He announces his full support for Leo's association and dares anyone to object. He then drops another bombshell, calling Leo his future grandson-in-law. The ultimate power move. Then Arya shows up, pledging the support of all of Jade Street. And finally, Lin arrives, backing Leo because he found the legendary bone, reflecting mirror. With the city's most powerful figures backing him, the families have no choice but to fall in line. They all agree to support Leo, and just like that, Leo becomes the president of the new association, finally achieving his dream. His first order of business is to launch a full boycott of the Zhang family. The boycott hits hard. Mr. Zhang is furious that his family's assets have been cut in half. Their only hope is the Imperial Seal exhibition, but they worried Leo will show up and expose their fake. Mr. Zhang decides on a simple solution: just kill him. John knows a guy for the job and puts out a hit on Leo. Later, Leo explains to Karen that he's been telling everyone she's his niece who went home for a bit. He asks why she hasn't been in her human form lately. Karen says she is still too weak to transform. She needs a special celestial herb to heal, but it's probably impossible to find in the human world. But plot twist, Arya knows exactly what it is, and says it grows everywhere on the mountain behind Jade Street. Karen is totally shook and begs Leo to go get some. They go to the mountain, and sure enough, there's the magical herb. As Karen eats it, her powers are fully restored, but she suddenly senses danger and tells Leo to duck. A sniper shot flies past his head. An assassin appears, sent to take Leo out. With her power restored, Karen tells Leo she's going to transfer all her energy to him, so he can fight. Leo tells Arya to stay hidden with the cat. He confronts the assassin, who taunts him about dying. But with Karen's full power, Leo moves like lightning, easily dodging the assassin and taking him down. He demands to know if the Zhang family sent him. The assassin stays professional and refuses to reveal his client. But Karen comes in clutch with her telepathy. She tells Leo the hit was ordered by a guy named John. Leo gives Stella the all clear and asks if she knows a John. Stella immediately identifies him as the chairman of a major international auction company. The pieces click into place. John must be in cahoots with the Zhang family. They rush back to the city to investigate. They meet up with Mr. Lin, who shows them a flyer for a massive exhibition featuring a legendary lost imperial seal. Leo knows this is impossible, since the seal has been lost for centuries. And surprise, surprise, the event is hosted by John's company, with the Zhang family as consultants. It's all a big scam. Leo is certain the seal is a fake, made by the Zhangs, and John to dupe the public. Mr. Lin mentions the tragic story of the venue's original owner, who spent his fortune trying to find that very seal but failed. Using his haul for this scam is a huge slap in the face. Just then, Karen drops a major bombshell. She can sense the real seal. It's hidden inside the exhibition hall. Leo realizes the original owner must have found it and hidden it. Karen tells him to use his powers on that jade horn he's been carrying. His vision confirms it. The horn is a missing piece of the legendary seal. Leo declares he will expose the Zhang family and end their reign for good. At the exhibition, Mr. Zhang reports to John that Leo's boycott worked. None of the antique experts showed up. John isn't worried. The press coverage alone will be enough to boost his company's stock. But just as Yasmin mocks the absent experts, Lin makes a grand entrance, and he's not alone. Leo, Stella, and Aria walk in right behind him, representing the entire united antique community. Mr. Zhang is furious, but Stella warns him not to try anything in public. John greets Leo, who wastes no time. He grabs a mic and announces to the entire crowd that the imperial seal on display is a fake. John warns him about slander, but Leo claps back that forgery is a much more serious crime. Mr. Zhang tries to defend the seal, but Leo shuts him down. He reminds everyone that the last Zhang family members to authenticate something are currently in jail. John demands proof, and Leo is ready to provide it. John, anticipating Leo's famous smash and expose technique, has hired security. He dares Leo to prove it's a fake. Leo smirks and says he doesn't need to, because the real imperial seal is right here in his hands. Everyone scoffs as he dramatically reveals the tiny jade horn. Yasmin mocks him for being pathetic, but Mr. Zhang tells her to shut up, calling her an idiot. Leo explains that historically, the real seal was chipped and repaired with gold. His piece is that exact missing corner. The villains argue the piece is fake, but Leo makes one final claim. This jade horn will lead them to the real seal, hidden somewhere inside the building. After Mr. Lin and Stella shut down and this disrespect for the patriotic former owner, Leo accepts the challenge. Karen tells him a magical formation is blocking his vision. He has to rely on the jade horn, which will react more intensely the closer it gets to the seal. He walks through the hall, following the glowing horn. It leads him to a pillar where he finds a hidden compartment. Inside is the real, breathtakingly beautiful imperial seal. The villains are stunned into silence. When the real seal is revealed, its powerful aura causes the fake one to crack and crumble to dust. As Mr. Lin weeps with joy, the villains try to sneak away. But John has one last card to play. He pulls out a gun and has his mercenaries take everyone hostage. He plans to steal the real national treasure, but Leo, channeling his inner action hero, quotes a classic line. Within 7 steps, the fist is faster than the gun. He moves with superhuman speed, disarming John in an instant. But just as things look bad, Zhang's men turn on John, wanting the seal for themselves. Suddenly, law enforcement storms the building. Everyone is safe, and Stella can help but admire how cool her man is. John and the entire Zhang family are finally arrested, the criminal empire crumbling for good. Mr. Lin declares Leo a national hero, saying his achievement will go down in history. But Leo humbly requests the seal be sent to the National Museum where it belongs. With his enemies defeated and the national treasure recovered, Karen's mission is complete. She tells Leo she's ready to return to the celestial realm. Heartbroken, Leo asks if she'll ever come back. She explains that her mission in the mortal realm is complete. Their meeting was fated, but now it's time for her to go back. Leo says he wishes he could just keep her as his little cat forever. But with her usual sass, Karen tells him to stop being so sentimental. Mr. Lin arrives to take the seal to the museum, but Leo declines the invitation. He has a more important friend to see off. Meanwhile, Stella and Aria, already missing the little cat, wondering where she's been and planning to visit soon. Not knowing she's about to be gone for good, Leo takes Karen back to the alley where they first met. It's time for the final goodbye. With a sad farewell, she ascends in a beam of light. A single tear rolls down Leo's cheek as he watches his bestie go. Sometime later, We see Leo has renamed the antique shop Karen Pavilion in her honor. A perfect tribute, as Karens are known to bring fortune and healing. Leo reflects on his wild journey. In just 2 months, he went from a penniless disabled man to a healthy, multi-billionaire king of the antique world. He also found true love with Stella. But he still misses his little sidekick, wondering how she's doing up there.
Sunny.
He hears Karen's voice in his head. She's got 2 more things for him to do. First, she guides him to a cave filled with a massive hidden treasure. He unearths a chest worth at least 10 billion. Leo is floored. Thinking she is still looking out for him, he asks about the second task. Karen says the treasure was just her commission fee. His real job is to babysit. And just like that, the cave fills with dozens of adorable baby Karens. His new lifelong mission is to raise them, so they can return to the heavens. What a way to wrap things up.